Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Morgan and today I'm just going to show you some eyeshadow palettes that I think are perfect for the winter time. I have done one of these for spring and I believe fall, and I know it's like halfway through January, so honestly some people might be getting into like the spring mode, but I figured I'd make a winter video before it's not winter anymore and I have to wait a whole new year. So yeah, let's just get started. The first eyeshadow palette that I think is perfect for winter, I mean, of course, all of these palettes are good for any time of year. I don't really, not use these palettes when it's not winter time, but to give me the winter vibes. It's the Flutterby Palette by ColourPop. So the butterflies are kind of misleading because obviously there's not really butterflies in winter. Oh, maybe where you live. I live in Michigan, so it like snows and stuff, so there's definitely no butterflies. But the inside of the palette looks like this. I think it's very beautiful. This is actually one of my most favorite palettes ever because of the colors in here. I just love these like mauve tones and like the cool tone browns and things like that, like the purples. So I absolutely think that this is perfect for winter. I really love to use like one of these. These are kind of similar on the eye, but one of these and then pop and this getaway shade on the lid. I mean, obviously you could do anything, like you can use these deeper colors as well, or like any other shimmers, but that's like my favorite that I like to do. But yeah, I just absolutely love this palette any time of year, but the mauve cool tones I feel like are perfect for like winter, January time. Another palette that I think is perfect for winter that I honestly haven't used that much, so I need to, pull it out more. It's the BH Mitten in Switzerland palette. I have wanted this for such a long time and I finally got it, and now of course I believe it's discontinued. But it looks like this. I don't think you can see me. But it looks like this, and as you can see I've only used a couple of the shades, but I do feel like this has like the wintry vibes. It's like a grungy color story, but it's also slightly like more cool toned. So this brownie greenish color would honestly go perfect with these two. Use these two shimmers, and yeah, I love this color as well. So you could do really good wintry like grungy looks with this. And I'm glad that I bought it. I haven't used it that often, but I'm glad that I bought it before it was supposedly discontinued, which I don't know why they would discontinue this. I feel like I have heard a lot of good things about this. And the few times that I have used it, I feel like I had a good experience, so. The next palette that I believe is good for winter, a little bit more pricier, of course, compared to the last two, but it's my Natasha Denona Glam palette. I absolutely love this palette, to be honest. I did rearrange it a little bit, so I have it like more the rosy golds and the mattes and then like the cool toned shimmers down there. But it's absolutely beautiful. I love this. Like, I love cool tones in general, so this is like my palette that I reach for if I don't know what I'm doing and I just want very simple. Like, I'll try to reach for this. Sometimes I actually try to convince myself not to reach for this just because this is my go-to. But I absolutely love this, and I believe this is like the $65 palettes if I'm not mistaken. And I mean, it's subjective. Everybody has like a different opinion. But if you have $65 to spend and you are willing to spend it on an eyeshadow palette, I don't know, I feel like I'm getting pretty good use out of this palette so far. I don't regret buying this. The next one is the Sultry palette. I don't know if this is available or not. I know that it was kind of like a holiday palette, so it was limited edition for a while, and I was trying to find it forever, and I finally found it. But it looks like this, and again, cool tones, I love them. This bloom, to be honest, I don't ever use. I feel like it's a little bit out of place, but yeah, I love Cyborg. You can do a slate and do like a perfect cool toned thing. I love this twig. I like to use that with like any of the shimmers basically. This fresh shade, oh, I'm dropping the brush. This fresh shade is perfect for blending everything out. I don't use blacks that often, but Noir is pretty good as well. But overall, just another cool tones palette with a lot of like neutral shimmers. I'm more into neutrals in the winter, I am realizing. as I wear a purple eye look, which by the way is the I Lilac You a Lot by ColourPop. I believe that's the name of it. I don't know. Next, we have the Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered palette. I think that's what it is. Yes. And I love the shimmer formula. Like, I love how it's almost like moussey. You can see like the dips in all of them. I don't know. I think it's fun and it's pretty metallic on the lid. And these are completely against the cool toned route that I've been taking, but I'm just envisioning like these really deep berry tones with like a gold on the lid or something like that. That's what I'm picturing. So that's why I think it would be a perfect winter palette. And the last palette that I have, this one honestly I have to be careful with because it likes to, like, the pans like to come out for some reason. I don't really know what's going on with that. But this is by Midas Cosmetics and Smoky Glow. I think Midas Cosmetics is closing down though. Yeah, but this is the palette. Again, I have to be careful. But basically when I'm thinking about like the wintry palettes, I'm thinking of like this side because again, the berry tones and the what am I going for here? The berry tones and the gold in the lid. Like, I feel like if we used like these shades here and like the browns and put that on the lid, it would be beautiful. So that's kind of what I'm envisioning with this palette. And not to be shady or anything, like I absolutely love Smoky Glow, but literally every single pan, you can hear it. Like, every single pan in this palette comes out and it honestly drives me nuts. And I believe I emailed customer service or something like that when I first got this palette, just to let them know, like, I didn't even want another one or anything like that. Like, I glued it back in and it still fell out, and I told them and I never got a response. So I don't want to like crap on an indie brand, but they are closing and I just wonder if, I don't know, I'm just throwing something out there. I also have their Flower Bomb palette, which, let me get that out. This is not part of the video, but I guess I can tell you. It was a sale, so I got Smoky Glow's palette, and I also got the Flower Bomb palette because she had talked about it, said it was really good and everything like that. Honestly, I probably shouldn't have bought it because, I mean, my fault, but it has so many pressed glitters that I cannot stand. And then everything else, I don't know, it's just not even that great. Like, these are the only shimmers that basically are in the palette, and they are not good. And then the mattes, So I don't really like this palette. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't wish anybody to close because, you know, it's like someone's dream and like all this stuff, but I had issues with my, not the quality, but just like the actual palette being built, like had issues there with this one. And then this one I don't like, so honestly I wasn't too into the brand. But yeah, that is all of the palettes that I think would be perfect for winter time. If you have any additional suggestions, you can comment them down below, and I will see you in my next video, whenever that is. Bye guys!